And welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. This is Matt from Jaggers Brewing Co. Today we're presenting 3 farmhouse ales that I've brewed. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen these things posted. As a matter of fact, my first 2 posts were about one of these beers. So let's get into it. The first item that we gathered was enough RO water to boil a 5-gallon batch. We used enough water salts to adjust for the yellow dry profile on BeerSmith. I went down to my local homebrew store and gathered up my grain bill, which consisted of Belgian Pilsner at 70.1%, Rye Malt at 19.7%, and Torrified Wheat at 10.3%. Brought the water temp up to 158 degrees, treated the water with those water salts we talked about, and mashed in at 152 for 75 minutes. After the mash was complete and we verified our pre-boil gravity at 1.044, we moved into the boil. While bringing our wort up to boil, it was time to add the hops. The first hop addition was at 60 minutes, East Kent Goldings at 17.4 IBUs. Closing in on the end of the bowl, we used our Whirlfloc tablet with 15 minutes to go, and then we added our yeast nutrient with 10 minutes to go. 1 ounce of Saaz Hops at 2.6 IBUs for the last 5 minutes of the boil rounded out all of our boil additions. It brought our total IBUs up to 20. After flame out, we no-chilled. For this comparison, we used 3 different yeasts: Imperial Rustic, B56, Omega Jovaru, Lithuanian Farmhouse, OYL033, and Omega Saisonstein, OYL500. Now it's time to gather all these up and see what's going on. This is the rustic example of the farmhouse ale. As you can see, it's a pretty beer. Smells a little bit spicy, like pepper. Some of that phenolics going on. It smells really good. So you definitely notice the dryness with this one for sure. Hits your tongue, fairly dry. It has that spicy phenolics there. It's not too heavy. It's pretty good. Kind of feel like I have a little bit of like orange peel in the background, like on the taste, but not on the aroma. So that is the rustic. Here is the Saisonstein. just as clean looking. Nice clear. Got a bit more head retention. It's like, again, I did just pour this. So the aroma smell a little bit of the citrusness, citrusy type smell. Picking up a little bit of like a sweet fruit, hard to pin down. Maybe like a pear. So this one has the same dryness as the Rustic, but the like phenolic spiciness is there a little bit more. Like probably, I don't know, 2 notches up. It's not overly done or anything like that by that standard, but it's a little bit better in my opinion thus far. Yeah, just have a slight bit of citrus and the phenolic kind of spice, pepper, clove-ish. And then here is the Jovaru Lithuanian Farmhouse. So this one right off the top, this kind of smells like some citrus as well, but it also kind of has a smell like walking in the woods, like kind of that mushroom kind of smell. It's kind of weird. I've brewed with this yeast 2 other times and I don't ever recall smelling that before. So this one also has that same dryness feel to it, but it's not nearly as abrasive as the Saisonstein here. I feel like I'm getting some more citrus on this, kind of more towards the lemon area. It's pretty good. Small notes of the phenolic pepper, clove. So I think out of these 3, and they all pretty much have about the same color. You can't really detect anything different as far as the color goes. The clarities all look about the same fairly clear. So out of all three of these guys here that we have, I've brewed with this one already, like I said, 2 other times. This is the 3rd time that I've brewed with it. The Saisonstein, this is the 1st time that I've ever brewed with it, and same with the Rustic. I feel like the Rustic here it's a good beer, but on the Rustic side of things, the yeast isn't nearly as expressive as these two. It definitely has that kind of Belgian phenolics and spiciness working for it. It's good. The Saisonstein here is definitely more expressive, I feel like, with the yeast on it than this Jovaru, the Lithuanian Farmhouse one. So, like, I feel like if you wanted something to really shine as far as the yeast goes, the Saisonstein so far would be a good one to use. If you were trying to lean towards something where you could maybe add some fruit or something of that nature, where you didn't want the yeast to necessarily be the backbone of your Saison or your Farmhouse or something like that, then the Rustic wouldn't be a bad choice. The Jovaru here, I think it's a good compromise between the two. I think it's more expressive than the Rustic here. I think that it's not over the top, or as over the top as the Saisonstein is here. My preference out of the 3 represented here so far, honestly, I feel like is the Jovaru. Just barely edges out the Saisonstein. All 3 are phenomenal. I really like all 3 of them, but I think the Jovaru kind of has that good middle of the road, nice drinking beer. As I said before, this is the 3rd time that I've brewed with it. This was my summer jam. I brewed quite a bit of it, sharing with friends and stuff, and everybody really liked it. So the interesting thing here is that all 3 of them started off at 1.055 starting gravity. All 3 finished exactly at 1.00 finishing. So the ABV for all 3 of them are 7.22%. They all 3 reached 1.00 after 2 weeks. One might have taken a day longer or 2 days longer. I think that was the Rustic. I think it was just a little bit slower fermentation. So the Lithuanian Farmhouse here, I had a problem with the flocculation on this this particular brew with it. After 2 weeks, it wouldn't drop out. Before I let this beer set in the fermenter for about 3 weeks, and it seemed to drop out. After 2 weeks, it wouldn't drop out. I let it set for that 3rd week that I had been doing on the other 2 brews, and it still wouldn't drop out. So I ended up moving it to a secondary fermenter, letting it hang out there for another week, and it finally dropped clean. So that's the first time I experienced it out of the other 2 times that I had brewed with it, which was kind of, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if it was a me thing or if it was the yeast or temperature or what. I've been brewing this same grain bill for a while now on this style. It seems to be a pretty solid recipe as a test bed for different yeast. So here's the three of them that we've made so far. I've got 3 more on the way, so be on the lookout for that. I think that this is a pretty interesting project. I think you can see, like I said, I mean, we've got all the same clarity and everything across the board. So that's kind of interesting to me on that aspect. I've seen where it looks like sometimes you can brew the same grain bill but use different yeast but end up with a different color beer, you know, within shades. It's not like you're gonna, you know, brew a blonde and throw stout yeast in it and turn black or anything. But so I think that's it for this project. Like I said, I do feel still like to this day, after having all 3 of these and never experiencing all 3 of them together or anything like that, the Lithuanian Jovaru is my favorite thus far. Good right down the middle as far as the expression goes. Not in your face, but it's still there. This you can taste the Rustic. I mean, it's definitely there. It's just not as expressive as these 2. So with all that, I'd like to thank you, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Before we really start off though, I would like to point out how all 3 of these bottles are exactly like a pro. What do I do now? I just messed up this whole live action thing, didn't I? The flocculation on this. There you go, buddy. Before I let this, the Lithuanian